How y'all doing? We're getting ready in the morning. So I didn't want to get up out that bed today. I really feel like I could have got an extra 30 minutes, would have felt like 4 hours. I don't know why you always think an extra 5 minutes is going to make you feel like you'd have had an extra hour. Let me make sure my phone is turned off. How y'all doing today? What's the day anyway? June the 24th. And it is 5:10 a.m. on the East Coast. And we getting ready like we normally do in the morning, taking care of our skin. And today I'm starting off right with some water. Straight up water. Oh, I feel like I need to get more water in my system with these hot temperatures we've been having. I hope everyone is well. My car measured 116 degrees on the inside one day this weekend. So let me know, how is it where you are in your state? I'm on the East Coast, so we're having this hot heat flash, or for the past few days it's been really, really hot. So when it gets really, really hot, you don't really want to go out nowhere unless you go early in the morning, which I did. I had to take some stuff back to Amazon, so I had to go to a Whole Foods, and I got caught downtown in a race. Yeah, they like to do a lot of running, walking, and racing where I live. And I knew something was strange because when I was on my way to the grocery store, a block before I could no, I'm gonna say about 3 blocks, like I could see the grocery store. So it was about 2 or 3 blocks up. I could see it, but I also saw police cars was blocking. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go around in order to get to the grocery store. Every street I drove down to look, there was a police. Every street I drove down and looked, there was a police. Mind you, this was 7 a.m. in the morning, because I said to myself the day before, yeah, it's real hot outside, and I got some stuff I need to take back to Amazon. So I'm gonna go to the Whole Foods early in the morning so I can beat the heat and take my stuff back. Baby, early in the morning was waiting on me. So every street I went down this street, I went down that street. One street I didn't see no police. I went down it. They didn't have a car there yet, but it was somebody standing on the curb. One street I went down, they didn't have a police car there yet, but a car was coming towards me, and it was some SUV, and the SUV was like, turn around. I guess it was an undercover police car. I said, dang, everywhere I'm trying to go, I can't go. So I didn't know if maybe it was a dignitary, it was some type of festival event, or it was a race. And when I went into Whole Foods, I didn't have no problem. Baby, when I came out of Whole Foods, them people was them people was running. Now you saying where the streets were blocked and you just had to go around. Now you gotta wait till there's a gap in the people running. And baby, I sat at a light for 20 minutes. Me and about 6 other cars. We just sitting for 20 minutes waiting to see if we can get, because there's a police officer right there. And if there's a gap in the runners, they'll let you go across. So we was just sitting, and honey, we got a gap. I saw a gap. I was like, oh my gosh, let me be able to go through too before somebody come. So while we sitting there waiting our turn to go through the gap, why somebody come up the street on the wrong side of the street thinking they're going to break the line after we've been sitting there for 20 minutes? I said, oh no, you won't get in front of me. You won't get in front of me today. Y'all, I sat so long that I was able to put my car in park and look at YouTube videos. I was just sitting. I only moved like twice, like an inch. Was maybe a gap where only one car could get through. I moved like twice. Other than that, we were sitting for a good solid 20 minutes. And then, like I said, somebody tried to, it was a one-way street. It was one way this way, one way that way. So we're just sitting this way. And this man just drove up on the wrong side of the street, thinking somebody gonna let him get in front. He got his feelings hurt because everybody kept on speeding up. I said, no, buddy, we did our time sitting back here. We was behind Whole Foods. I said, no, buddy, I don't know where you came from, but we did our time sitting in this line, and ain't no way you gonna get in front of me today. If they get a gap, it's my turn. I'm going. So of course, he slid his car right back in the street he came from so he can get in line. Wasn't nobody feeling that. So yeah, I got caught in a race. But I didn't go out. I didn't go out nowhere else because the temperatures was gonna be bad or it was gonna be hot. And I did not want to be riding around in that heat. And yes, Ulta is having a sale. I think it's for the next week or so. So you got time, but I don't even know what the sale is for. Yeah, it's crazy. They having a sale now, but I know they're gonna have a sale 4th of July. And 4th of July is not too far away. Okay, so we got our little skincare going for today. I really wanted to just put on my lashes for the week. But, oh, here they go. I was going to say I really can't find them. But here they go. Oh, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do for today. I don't think I'm going to put on a lot of makeup. I'm going to try to do these lashes. So let me talk about what's going on in the news, honey. The Shade Room did this story about a beauty supply institute, and I think it's in Florida. And it's a place, from what I'm hearing, it's a place that is supposed to set you up with a beauty supply business, start to finish. Now I'm just speculating, y'all. I'm just talking about stuff I've seen on social media. So I don't know if it's true, if it's false, if there's more information to it. You have to research it yourself. But from what I gather, there's a beauty institute in Florida that when you pay them so much amount of money, they will set you up with a beauty supply business. And what I want to say about that is, no matter what business you decide to get into or you go into, there's really not any shortcuts. Yeah, I said it. For you to go into business and to think there's going to be shortcuts, there's really not any shortcuts when it comes to business. There's no quick, easy business to get into. Every business you're gonna have to work for. Everything. But this company started to offer a service where they will set you up with your own beauty supply company. Now let's think about what's a beauty supply. A beauty supply is just an empty building with supplies that you sell to somebody walking down the street. It's just a building, and you purchase supplies that you can put in there to sell. I don't know why y'all thought you don't need help with that. You don't need help really. Now I'm sure they promising you that they already got the connections with the suppliers and all this and all that. I'm sure they promising you that. But you're gonna find out that everything that's promised is not always gold. And that's what these people found out. These people in, went to this company that said, we're going to set you up with a beauty supply. We're going to set you up with the business, the suppliers, everything. The way they talk, they ain't had to really do nothing. This stuff really sticking. Dang. Ugh. Let me just leave these brows alone for right now. Yeah, let me just leave them alone. So let's listen to a little bit of it.
When beauty gets ugly.
My hope, my dreams are gone.
Beauty supply. It's a billion-dollar industry, and all these Black people wanted to do was get a piece of it. So they paid this man to help them start their own stores.
So in total, I gave them $70,300.
$40,000. $85,000.
But all they had to show for it are empty storefronts. They say the Atlanta-based Beauty Supply Institute tricked them, turning their dreams of owning a business into a nightmare.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna react to it. We're gonna talk about it. That's the gist of the story. There's an institute in Florida that said they will set you up with a beauty supply business if you get them the money. You see these people giving them $70,000, $40,000. It don't cost for all that. It's just an empty building. You could rent you a building for 2 G's a month, maybe less, depending on where it's located at. And you could have used $20,000 to buy your own supplies. But I know it may seem like it's a little challenging because you're dealing with people. When you talk about beauty supplies, you know where you got to get your supplies from. And people may be a little leery. But what I wanted to do, because sometimes I want to check and see if these stories are real. So when I listened to this story, the Shade Room put out here about this Atlanta-based Beauty Supply Institute, I said, let me see if they still in business. That's what I said. I said, let me see if they still in business. Then I said, if they are in business, let me check out the reviews. Let me just check out the review. So as you can see, they are in business. Look at this. This is their website. Online training. Where do you start? Your products. And why they mention in Maryland? The program. So here's the business right here. They got 44 reviews. And I think this man said on the interview, he'd been in business for 20 years. It's in Mapleton, Georgia. let's go look at these reviews. Let's see what they're talking about. And I'm gonna do the newest. Okay, so he got 3.5 star reviews. Let's look at the newest because I'm interested. Because I know people from Shade Room that came in and blew this thing up. Yeah. So they almost took 70K from me last year up to date. I have no store. If you can't open my store, refund me my money so I can pay the credit card company. They are on my neck. This is messed up. This has messed up my credit, and I'm trying to survive on a daily basis. The stress of not knowing is killing me. My next move is to drive down to your location. What? 2 days ago, they got 5 stars right here. Here goes somebody else. Horrible company. I invested in my store over 3 years ago, and I'm still not open. All I have to show for it is debt and an evicted location. I'm also waiting for my refund. Now they're ignoring my emails. Let me see. Are you guys going to give me my money back? No concern over my situation. You guys should have given me my money back months ago to allow me to purchase my inventory on my own. If you guys had vendor issues, now I have to vacate my current location. So just imagine having a building open for months that you paying for that's empty. Pay tons and tons of creditors as well as my landlord money. The media is telling the truth. Y'all better jump on here and take a lock class or something where y'all could be doing some help in them empty buildings. Here's 1 star. Yep, J Carolina. It's all coming out. So I worked for this company about 2 years ago. They screwed me on some money they were supposed to pay out. They saw I was asking questions and catching on to their unprofessional tactics. I sent several emails asking about my pay, and they never paid me. It was a cut and dry situation. I kindly asked them to make it right, left an open invite to pay at any time. They never sent my money. And we're talking a measly couple of $100. But I did work for it. So now, fast forward, the Shade Room and other outlets are showing how or mentioning Beauty Supply Institute scam in our community, specifically future African American entrepreneurs who are trying to make best for themselves and their communities. Then we all thrive as a collective. This makes Beauty Supply Institute culture vultures. And if they want to say wait a minute, if they want to say drop the ball, we'll pick it up and pass the those who need to be compensated. The funny thing is they make a comment. The funny thing is they make comment on this post besides my email sent. It's all good if they don't have to put the star. If I didn't have to put the star, I wouldn't have. Oh yeah, before I forget, do not do business with this company. And then they said, please don't respond back, just apologize. Dang. This company scammed my mother out of $28,000. Absolute despicable. Don't do business with them. If you need proof, watch the video below. I am just reading Google reviews. BSI. These are your Google reviews. Okay, here's another review right here that says, do not do business with this company. They are liars. If you cannot afford to risk giving away thousands of dollars, do not do business here. They knew where my credit was and that I had student loans, took my money and said I would get funded. And by the time everything runs its course, it will be after the amount of they give you to refund. I still don't have a store and still don't have my money back. And they refuse to give you your money even when you know you can't get the loan. Oh, I'm trying to figure out. So if you give them money to open up your business, why are they taking out loans? Is that just their service costs? Is that the cost for them to show you how to get a loan? Because you can get your own LLC, you can rent out your own building, and you can get a business loan yourself. So was this a service fee y'all paying? Because I would think if I give somebody $28,000 and $70,000, that pays for my supplies and everything. She said, here's their response. Misrepresentation. Yeah, it is, because did that's what they did to me. Misrepresentation and lie. They have a rating of 3.6. Is everyone lying? Please explain the BSI lending group. See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. How they sent an email saying my funding package is approved. See photos, I got receipts. And I want to make sure no other single mother gets conned like I did by the same scam artist. Look at my past reviews. I gave credit where credit is due. Giving 1 star is being generous. They deserve nothing. Then to come on here and still lie, not even attempt to make it right, shows even more about these people's character. So let's figure out now, what's the process? You walk in the door, you say, okay, I want you to help me open up a beauty supply business. They say, okay, you got to pay us $20,000. And then what's the $20,000 for? They get you a building, they get you suppliers, but then they make you do a loan. Okay, let's keep reading. Somebody did respond. Somebody said, we do not do funding. This is a misleading review. Well, there's a lot of people that have said something about funding. This place is a scam. Many beautiful Black women are out of their dreams because they took money with no product. All I have to say is they better repent. And then they responded, you haven't done business with us. You given a review from limited information. Please refrain from doing such. Thank you for your interest. Oh my gosh. Here goes somebody else. Now, I can't see this review. I just see 5 stars. And they're thanking the person for the 5 stars. Here's somebody else. I'm a store opening customer. Beauty Supply Institute changed my life. I will forever be grateful. Here's a 1 star. My experience with Beauty Supply Institute is the worst business decision I ever made in my life. I'm very disappointed, betrayed, and taken advantage of. Everything I worked so hard for, professional lies and false advertisement. Okay, let's go down. They are experts. These are all the good ones. These are all the good ones. Okay, let's read this one right here. She said, my husband and I were looking to obtain information on starting a store, and we reached out to BSI and were sent the information in a timely manner. All of our questions were answered, which helped us in our decision making. We truly appreciate the professionalism and timely responses and information that was given. We actually are looking forward to working with BSI when we decide to move forward. Thank you. That was 6 months ago. Okay, here's another one that was 7 months ago. So this isn't somebody current, okay? This is 7 months ago. Let's see what was going on. My name, is it Natalie? I went to BSI to help me open my beauty supply store in 2021. I paid them $75,000, and until now, they have not set me up or sent me my products. I rented a commercial space, did remodeling, paid to put up my sign, got insurance, and paid for a camera system. They had me fooled. The service is totally trash. They are only interested in taking my money. After they got my 75,000, they will be delaying the process. I'm stressed, in debt. My credit is messed up because of them. People be aware of this horrible business. I wish I knew about them enough before giving them my money. And they didn't respond to that. They did not respond to that. But when you go up here, all the good reviews 6 months ago, they responded to the good ones. 5 months ago, 2 months, 4 months ago, they responded to these. But this one right here, and this one 8 months ago, I believe they was cracking the code and nobody was listening. She actually got 43 thumbs up. Let's look at another one, Maxwell. Let's see. Despite all the bad reviews, we gave this company a chance for the second time and were let down. Please use with caution. We already have an online store with everything to open, but not a building. So our review is legitimate. Ooh. Here's another one 10 months ago. They crooks. I can't believe they are still in business. It's no way that almost half the reviews have the same complaints, and you're not examining your business practices. I chuckle at the responses that those who complain don't have an entrepreneurial mindset. They held on to over $100,000 of my money for almost an entire year. I believe they're collecting interest on my money or using my money to fund their own stores. I opened my store with low inventory. I had to contact CBS News to do a segment on them for them to release 25K of my money that they refused to refund me after 5 months of my store opening. Needless to say, I received my money days after CBS contacted them about the segment I did on them. It's like playing Russian roulette. These complaints, and don't be bamboozled out of your hard-earned money. So she gave, or he, or whoever gave them $100,000. Oh my gosh, $100,000. Y'all, you can keep your money and hire a consultant to go out here and purchase your products. You can walk around in your neighborhood and find a building for rent. Okay, let's see what they said. Let's see what they said. Okay. Mr. Holmes, we would like to thank you for your review and provide corrections and insight you left out. Your budget was less than 75,000, not 100K, all of which was used for your store, and any remainder was sent back to you. And despite and despite it was far less than what was needed to complete the store you showed up to us with, we decided to work with you anyway. So he only had 75,000, but it was going to cost $100,000 to open a beauty supply. Okay. You're just renting a space. You're buying supplies. You're selling them to people off the street. Why does it cost $100,000? Yes, I know you need security. I know you need, phone systems or whatever. But why does it cost $100,000 to open a beauty supply? Were you trying to do it on Rodeo Drive? Okay. Let me see. And despite it, it was far less than what was needed to complete. Okay, we decided to work with you anyway. You also didn't complete getting the funds to us until June 17th, in the height of the pandemic. We had a 4-month delay due to inability to travel, yet we still got your store completed by January 30th, 2021. So they look like a 6 month difference, less than 6 months later. Hotels still weren't fully open for the New York area. So our staff chose to sleep in their vehicles in order to get your store completed. What? We have no idea BS contacting us. That would have caused that wouldn't have caused as sped up on getting you completed. We simply moved the fastest we could for you. To say you were bamboozled is defamation. Seeing that every cent was accounted for in your project and the remainder in your possession 2.5 years ago, as you know, it takes about 4 to 6 months to settle and audit all accounts. Getting your audit completed in 5 months is within the guidelines. You've been settled and your project was completed in good timing under the conditions the pandemic had us all under. Your review comes 2 years late. If you're having trouble running a business, it would have been best for you to exercise your rights within your service agreement to get operational help from us versus making defamatory statements towards our company. If you need help, reach out. Don't falsely speak out. We are here for you. If and when you choose to take steps to resilient would take, good luck with everything if we don't hear from you, whatever. Okay, let me see. Let's go down some more. Excellent company a year ago. Wow, if I would not have already used BSI but read these reviews first, I probably would not have used them. But since I did use them, I must say these reviews must be scams. I literally just got my business up and running thanks to BSI. Yes, like everyone else, I was skeptical at first. They had 50K of my money and the communication was less. However, I didn't panic. I think that's the problem because people aren't patient. They think the worst. It's a process, and I trusted the process. To be honest, I think the people who really never had anything before just don't understand it. But I'll say this, I guarantee if this was a black company, you people wouldn't say anything, wait patiently for your products then. Come on, people, stop bringing our people down. I know any one of you can honestly say they took your money. BSI, keep up the good work and thank you again. Okay. Okay, so this was another year ago. I don't know if I give somebody money, I would expect things to move. And this was a year ago, so no pandemic a year ago. Let's just see what she say. I'm not going to put it in my words. This is what the Google reviews is saying. Be very careful dealing with this company. Recently scammed out of thousands of dollars by these con artists. They will take your money, and once they have it, they will cut off any and all communication with you, completely ghosting you. Before that, they you an outdated training video recorded over 7 years ago and tell you to complete this training over a course of 6 months with very sporadic correspondence to deceive you into believing that at the end of 6 months, you will get what you pay for. It's a setup. Before the end of the 6 months, they have already swallowed all your money, cut off communication, leaving you none of their services they claim they would provide. This is utterly disturbing, and by that BI owned company would scam other and a black company would scam other black men and women out of their hard earned money. Think twice before handling over your funds. Now, let me see what they said to this a year ago. Thanks for your review. Your experience with our academy is polar opposite to the over 3,000 graduates from our program. The word scam is a strong reference to use, seeing that we have to provide results. Seeing that we have and continue to provide results. We are happy to look into your case. So this is what gets me right here. And I'm going to end on this one right here. Because their responses don't make sense in my eyes, okay? Right here, they said they have 3,000 graduates, but you only got 44 reviews. 3,000 graduates, you should at least have 1,000 reviews. And they're graduates. So that means they're satisfied. So you should at least have 1,000 positive reviews. You're saying you got 3,000 graduates of your program, but Google, and who would erase good reviews? Google states you only have 44 reviews. That's what the record at Google states. Baby, I will do some checking. I will do some checking, honey. I had to go to the Googles. I can't even tell how long I've been on here. But I wanted to look at one more thing because it's going to lead us into some other stuff later this week. So let me just go ahead and share it with you. Somebody was telling me about, or I saw in the news about a mass shooting. And I got to wondering, like, what are mass shootings, or how many of them do we have? Because I'm always hearing about mass shootings. And so I went to, of course, I went to media that breaks it down for you. And mass shootings are incidents where several people are injured or killed due to a fire alarm, not a fire alarm, basically. So then I kept scrolling down Wikipedia and I said, oh my gosh, they actually have a list of mass shootings in the United States. And when I got to scrolling down, y'all look at this. On June the 23rd, it's actually updated as of yesterday. Look at how many shootings were just on June, just yesterday in the United States. You have Vallejo, California. You have Winston-Salem, North Carolina. You got Alabama. You got Missouri. You got New York. You got Florida with the rapper Julio, everybody talking about. And then you got Ohio. Let me move my mouse. You got Ohio. There were actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mass shootings in the United States yesterday, Sunday. Let's see what was going on yesterday. So in California, 4 people were gunned down during the morning hours. In Winston-Salem, an 18-year-old boy was gunned down and 4 others were injured, including the man who gunned him down in the morning. Okay. Then 9, Alabama, a shooting at a party wounded 9 people, including 3 juveniles. In St. Louis, gunfire erupted, killing a man and injuring 5 others. A police officer was assaulted while responding on the scene. In downtown Rochester, there was a shooting that wounded 6 people. While securing the scene, a police officer was assaulted and suffered knee injury. Tampa, Florida, or Jacksonville. Oh, Tampa, Florida. That's where the Jacksonville-based rapper Julio Fulio was shot and killed, and 3 others were injured in the ambush at the Holiday Inn parking lot. In Columbus, Ohio, 10 people were shot in the Shorts North Arts District. Now, that was just Sunday. Look at Saturday. Saturday, we coming to Virginia with it. Virginia, 6 adults were shot north of Glen Allen off State Route 626 shortly before midnight. Saturday down in Mississippi, a 19-year-old man fatally shot another man and 5 others were injured at a hangout spot. And then Saturday over in Kentucky, 8 people were shot at a nightclub, with 1 man being killed in a Russell neighborhood shortly after midnight. Friday comes back to Mississippi. A man was killed and 3 others were injured in a shooting late afternoon. And in Washington, D.C. on Friday, 3 men and a woman were shot, not killed, in Congress Heights neighborhood, southeast D.C., shortly before midnight. Arkansas, California, Pennsylvania, California, Illinois, every day. Let me keep scrolling now. Let me see, is it every day? Okay, June 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Okay, so the 4th and 5th, nothing was going on. 2 days with nothing going on. 6, 7, 8, so the 10th, nothing went on. 11th, nothing on the 12th. 13th, 14th. There are mass shootings every day in the United States. Just marinate on all of these shootings that just yesterday in the United States. I could not believe that this was going on every day. Let me get back to my screen right here. All right. So today is Monday. We're going to start our week off because we're going to stay in the house. It's too hot for us to be outside, honey. It's too hot for us to be outside. We're going to stay in the house, taking care of our skin, drinking our water. Okay? Too much going on in the world. Put them guns down. I will see y'all on my next Rich Live. Y'all stay safe. Peace, riches.